Off season. Such is the life of a college football junkie. So why don't we take some time to catch everybody up? What is going on? Strap in, get in here, have a tape, don't suck. This is the Bearkat Bites podcast, the only independent media covering Sam Houston football year round. I'm Lane Fobbs. I'm your reporter, your guide, your analyst, everything here in and around the Bearkat Bites newsletter and podcast. The links are all in the description. I'm online. I'm on there, on Twitter and X at Fobbs Talking Ball. So get on in here. What's going on, everybody? We normally do these on Wednesday. We moved to Thursday this week and possibly next week too. We may not have one next week. We'll see. That last week of February for my other media ventures where I write about high school sports in the crossroads of South Texas, where I am doing a few other things, teaching media classes and workshops. It's an entire thing that encapsulates a lot of time. And I do it in the second half of these semesters for students. And so that kind of makes it tough. I do a lot of other media stuff too, right? So that last week, next week is going to be tricky. So we're going to try to get on here. We almost didn't get on this week, but I wanted to get on and update, tell everybody what's going on, what's happening. This is the time now for you guys to comment. And yes, I have a rant. I have a Conference USA based rant. So there's that. There is that. So make sure you guys buy us a Cat's coffee. Make sure you guys buy us a Cat's coffee, all right? Make sure you go ahead and get us that. The links are in the description right there. It's just $2, so you can donate even more, all that type of stuff. So there is that as well. So as we get to the lull here, first off, just thank you guys for being here. Make sure you guys are liking and sharing and subscribing. Sam Houston football year round. You all said you wanted it. You all said you demanded it. 1,600 to 2,500 people every month that interact with what goes on here. So that's nothing to sneeze at. That's way more than a lot of newspapers get circulation, right? It's better than that. So we're doing pretty good. So we want to take this to the next level. We want to cover all of the away games. So we want to sell advertisements. We've got rates. You can go look at the latest newsletter to look up our rates. You can contact us here. You can comment in the comments. You can go to bearkatbites@gmail.com. We've got all the stuff for you to interact and become a supporter that way. We also have if you just want to do the newsletter, you can go on the newsletter and just subscribe $5 a month. We get about, on average, about 300 people that'll look at a newsletter. If we get 300 people for $500, for $5 a month, that's $1,500, and we can knock all of that stuff out. We can go to every away game and cover the team the way we do, or the way we will at Neubauer Stadium, okay? So if you all want that, if that's what you guys demand. Now, when we went to Oregon last year, you all supported that. You all made it possible for us to go to Oregon and cover Sam Houston and Oregon State. Had the adventure of a lifetime. Craziest college football game I've ever attended, right? Both in front of and behind the scenes, crazy stuff. If you want more of that, if you want more post game, remember we do the Sam Houston post game. We try to do it after every game, but if you want us to be there, if you want us to talk about what the energy was, the action, the atmosphere, if you want to add that, if you want to be taken there, we will take you there, right? Big one, obviously, this year is going to be Lubbock. They're going to be heading to Lubbock to face a playoff team. They're going to head to Lubbock to face a playoff team. Let me tell you something. If Sam Houston goes undefeated this year, how is that not the college football playoff? Because that includes a Conference USA championship undefeated with a win over what was a playoff team last year, Texas Tech. What could still be a playoff team should Texas Tech go on to win the Big 12. So there's that. A lot of stuff in front of Sam Houston. And the way you all can do it, share, like, subscribe, tell people what is going on here. Tell people how they can support. let others know. There's lots of other people who are interested in this, people that didn't even know what we were doing. And they're just so pleasantly surprised. So let people know. Don't be selfish. Let others know. All right. So there is that. There is that. So I'll go on a brief rant here. Like I said, it's more off season, kind of busy season for me a little bit. What's going on with this, man? Release the Snyder Cut. I mean, the Conference USA schedule, you cowards. Now, I have a few guesses as to why all of these other conferences, except for Conference USA and the Sun Belt, do not have their schedules released. Let's go back to last football season. If you watched, I personally watched way more La Tech football than I should have, or than any sane person should. And I noticed something, a banner that they had at their stadium at Joe Allen, I think, stadium. It was a banner that read, it had a logo of La Tech. It had a logo of the Sun Belt Conference. Underneath it said 2026. And if you're Judy McLeod, the conference commissioner of CUSA, and her hard-working staff, I'm sure more than a few looked at that and said, I'm sure there are discussions that started around there that probably have only begun maybe to wrap up. What I'm telling you is La Tech is holding up the schedule. Are they gone? Are they not? Are they going to have to pay to leave? I mean, what the hell is going on here? You know, really, two conferences are being held hostage by one school. Now, if you're both schools, I think it's pretty easy. Just let them go. Conference USA. If you're the Sun Belt, you lost Texas State. You know they're gone. Bring them in. Let them play Texas State's old schedule. I remember when Texas A&M ended up in the SEC. Some crappy schedules early. It's like, well, we got to get it rolling first. We had to make things on the fly. Give me that dang schedule. Oh man, that comment from General Sam is true. Oh man, what time is it? Well, no, it's before 10. I can't post that comment, but I will say General Sam 97 is right. He says La Tech's got Sam Houston and really all of the Conference USA hardworking teams by the by somewhere in the nether regions. There we go. Yeah, La Tech is holding this thing up, and it's really frustrating. And I don't think enough of it is being reported on or said. I don't think enough of it is being reported on. You know what I mean? I mean, I get it's one of those things where everybody knows, but no one has reported on it, you know? Like, you know, people that write about college football, they're not discussing the La Tech issue. I don't really understand why the La Tech issue is not being discussed. Because this is a big deal, right? You got to get your schedules. People got to start saving so when they know games that they want to go to, you're already Conference USA. It's already hard to get people to show up to these games. Now you're going to give them less time to save up. You're just hurting yourself. Same thing with the Sun Belt, even though they play a much more regional schedule. But, I mean, you're hurting yourself too to some degree. So I don't understand that, right? But I did come up with a few teams that I would like to personally see at Bowers Stadium, at New Bowers Stadium. Now, these are home conference games. Okay. Now, I know Tulsa is going to come through out of the American, you know, all these, this, that, and the third and whatnot. But this is just for home conference games. Who are the Conference USA teams that I'd want to see? So, start with Kennesaw State. Obviously, yeah. And we might do this as a post, as a newsletter for next week for Substack. Oh, let me rant about Substack quickly. I don't know. I feel like bots are invading there because people will click like on my stuff and I'll click on theirs and it's like these inspirational quotes. It's like, oh, I don't know who this is, but it's a bot. We're doing real stuff here. Okay, buddy. We're doing real stuff here. So there's that. We don't need any of those bots. If you all see anybody masquerading as us, you call that crap out and you let us know. But with that being said, I'd like to see Kennesaw State, the Conference USA champions. Jerry Mack's got a high flying performance every year that he coaches a team. I want to see if he can keep it going, you know. Then I'd like to see FIU. I'd like to see FIU. Willie Simmons, that team out of South Florida is always tough. And also, there's three brothers. There's three brothers that are the head coaches there in Conference USA. I want to see the two good ones. sorry to Derek Mason, but so that's why I would want to see FIU. And by the way, Willie Simmons has never lost in the Houston area. Now, some people consider Huntsville the Houston area, which I think is egregious. Do not associate yourself with where we are here, based out of Houston. And I mean that as a compliment to Huntsville. But he's never lost in and around that Southeast Houston area, that area away from Prairie View when he's coached in Texas. He's never lost in Texas away from Prairie View. So let's see if that streak could continue for Willie Simmons. That'd be pretty cool. And then you have the other brother, Jerry Mack at Kennesaw State, right? Then, of course, I'd like to see Delaware. Now, Ryan Carty, one thing he said was it was good to go, coach against Sam Houston again, but kind of disappointing because it didn't get to happen at Bowers. So I say, why not let it happen at Bowers Stadium? Why not get him back to Bowers? Let that homecoming be able to, that's a great story, something fun that kind of gives a little juice to and otherwise what might be a forgettable conference game overall, right? Give a little juice to it when you can. Cardi comes home. You can actually tell that story this time, the lead up to it and during the game. So I think that'd be really good. That'd be a real fun story for Bowers. And then Missouri State. Now they've got a new football coach. Now they've got a brand new football coach, Casey Woods. They got a brand new guy, Casey Woods. Just like Cardi, kind of a younger guy. You know what I mean? He's coaching 2 national title games. He's been around the UAB, Arkansas State. Younger guy. So why not see what he's going to look like? You know what I mean? So there are those. Kennesaw State, Missouri State, Delaware, FIU. Those would be my 4 ideal. Who would you guys want to see? Who do you guys want to see at Bowers Stadium? Those are the 4 that I would want to see. My 4 Bowers Stadium home games this fall. So, and understand a couple of those will be Wednesday nighters. Maybe you put the Delaware game Wednesday night because, again, give it a little bit of juice. Maybe send the champions Kennesaw State. All of these could work for a Wednesday night game. All of these could work. Missouri State, they got fun, funky things happen on weeknights in CUSA, right? CUSA weekday CUSA, right? A lot of funky stuff happens. FIU, you could plant them on a weeknight. Although I like having FIU on a Saturday. I like having them on a Saturday, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, let me get up out of here. We'll get up out of here. You all take care. We're gonna keep doing this. All college football is good college football. We'll see you later.